a module list component which is receiving its the data that it needs from a mapper here that is being connected through this React Redux connector, and it's receiving the data from this finite state machine, right? Well, this finite state machine is really what we call in the Redux lingo, we call it a reducer. Okay, this is the module reducer. The module reducer is how we implement finite state machines. Right? It reduces the state and the action into some object. Right? It converts it and it calculates a brand new one. Right? And every time we call the reducer, it creates a brand new state. Right? And based on its previous state. Okay. All right. So a good practice is to move all these reducers into their own file. Right? So let's create a file. A directory where we can keep track of all the reducers. So let's create the reducers, and in here we'll create the JavaScript file. We'll call it the module reducer JavaScript, and in there we're going to grab all this. Oops, copy. We'll paste it in here. We don't need React. We don't need to import React here. This is a plain pure function, which is also great. Since it's a pure function, it's very easy to test, right? Independently of everything else. You can test a finite state machine if it works, right? Independently of whether this is rendering or not rendering. It's completely testable on its own, which is what we want, right? We're going to export this reducer, export default the module reducer, right? And in here we can now import it. We can say import the module reducer from module reducer, and we no longer need to have this declared here, so we can throw this away. Everybody okay? Right? So all your work for finite state machine would be based off of this. Everybody good? All right, let's keep going.